आई एम फ्रॉम टेलीविज, को फाउंडर ऑफ टेलीविज। सो टेलीविज टेली का कोई प्रोडक्ट नहीं है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल काफी सारे लोगों को ऐसा कंफ्यूजन होता है कि टेली और टेलीविज एक है कि नहीं। टेलीविज पूरा टेली के लिए ऑटोमेट किया गया हुआ एक प्रोडक्ट है। टेली की डेटा एंट्री जो आप अभी मैन्युअली आपके सिस्टम में करते हो, काफी सारे लोग एक्सेल टू टेली यूज करते हैं, या तो काफी सारे लोग मैन्युअली अभी टेली से ही डेटा एंट्री करते हैं। बट हमारे अकाउंटिंग इंडस्ट्री में जो इश्यू है कि लाइक हर एक क्लाइंट का कुछ ना कुछ डेटा हमें मिल रहा है, वो पीडीएफ फॉर्मेट में मिल रहा है, या तो स्कैन पीडीएफ में मिल रहा है, या तो फिर एक्सेल में मिल रहा है। कोई फिक्स फॉर्मेट नहीं है। एक्सेल टू टेली कहाँ तक हमें हेल्प कर सकता है, जो फिक्स फॉर्मेट में हमें कुछ डेटा मिले तो हम उसको डेफिनेटली डायरेक्टली टेली में इंपोर्ट कर सकते हैं। बट जब हमें क्लाइंट की साइड से रिटर्न फाइल करने के टाइम पे, जब 10 दिन ही बाकी है डेडलाइन के, उस टाइम पे मिलेगा कि आप मेरा स्टेटमेंट ऐड कर दो। और वही डिफिकल्टी एवरी ईयर हम फेस करते हैं। और एग्जैक्टली वही डिफिकल्टी के वजह से ही मैंने ये प्रोडक्ट बनाया है, क्योंकि मैं खुद ये फेस कर रहा था मेरी कंपनी में। सो टेलीविज के अंदर हमने क्या किया है कि जो भी डेटा एंट्री अभी प्रोसेस हो रही है, जो हमारे क्लाइंट से हमें मिल रही है पीडीएफ में, स्कैन पीडीएफ में, एक्सेल में, व्हाटएवर फॉर्मेट में, और हर एक को ऑटोमेटिकली टेली में एंट्री करते हैं। तो क्या क्या फीचर्स है वो हम देखेंगे। लाइक यहाँ पे आपको स्क्रीन पे दिख रहा होगा कि द आइडल टेली फॉर टुडे टू ग्रो योर बिजनेस आइडली फॉर टुमारो। फीचर्स क्या है? मिनिमम एफर्ट, मैक्सिमम रिजल्ट, क्लाउड स्टोरेज, रिमोट एक्सेस, इजी टू इंट्यूटिव यूजर फ्रेंडली अप्रोच। बैंक स्टेटमेंट में आपके पास जितना भी डेटा आ रहा है, पेमेंट, रिसिप्ट, कॉन्ट्रा, जितने वाउचर्स टाइप है, उसमें आप उसकी एंट्री कर सकते हो। क्लाइंट एक्सेस, दूसरी चीज क्या है कि क्लाइंट के पास से आपको डेटा लेने में अभी मेल कर दो, व्हाट्सएप कर दो, या तो फिर कॉल करके आपको बताना पड़ता है कि डेटा भेजो। यहाँ पे हमने एक फीचर दिया है कि क्लाइंट एक्सेस। तो क्लाइंट एक्सेस क्या है कि आप कोई भी डेटा क्लाइंट से मंगवाने के लिए व्हाट्सएप या मेल की जरूरत नहीं। आपको कोई भी डेटा यूज करना है तो उसके लिए सिंपली क्लाइंट को ऐसा ही बोलना है कि मैं आपका यूजर नेम पासवर्ड क्रिएट कर देता हूँ, आप वहां पे आपका डेटा अपलोड कर दो, तो पूरा डेटा ऑटोमेटिकली आपके सर्वर पे आ जाएगा और आप खुद ही डाउनलोड करके उसको प्रोसेस कर सकते हैं। एक चीज आज ही लॉन्च की है, इसलिए मैंने तरुण से डेमो लिया कि तरुण बेसिकली तरुण लाला ने डेमो देने वाला था, बट एक चीज आज लॉन्च की थी, उस वही दिखाने के लिए मैंने आज उसके पास से हैंड ओवर ले लिया है डेमो का, कि हमने आज एक फीचर लॉन्च किया है, डायरेक्ट इमेज टू सेल्स एंट्री इन टेली। कि कैसे आपके पास कोई क्लाइंट ने सेल्स का बिल भेजा है तो आपको डायरेक्टली एंट्री करनी है तो कैसे कर सकते हो। कि सेल्स के अंदर मेरे पास एक इनवॉइस है जेपीजी फाइल में। ओके, सो मैंने जो जेपीजी फाइल अपलोड की थी, तो उसका डेटा एब्स्ट्रैक्शन ऑटोमेटिकली यहाँ पे हो गया है कि लाइक मेरी जो टेली का जो मास्टर डेटा है, अंकित विरानी जो पार्टी है, वो ऑटोमेटिकली सिलेक्ट होके आ गई, उसका इनवॉइस नंबर, उसका अमाउंट, उसका जीएसटी, वो हर एक डेटा यहाँ पे डिटेक्ट होके हम ऑटोमेटिकली टेली में यहाँ से ही पुश कर सकते हैं। तो ये फीचर आज ही हमने लॉन्च किया, इसलिए सबसे पहले सीटीसी को दिखाना था, इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे डेमो में तरुण से मैंने बोला कि मैं डेमो देता हूँ कि कैसा फीडबैक है, हम कैसे यहाँ पे इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं उसके लिए। एज वेल एज इन डिटेल डेमो देने के लिए मैं मेरा जो कलीग है दीपक, उसको हैंड ओवर करना चाहता हूँ कॉल। दीपक, प्लीज स्टार्ट डेमो।
Okay. So, sir, can you please stop sharing your screen?
या श्योर।
Ankit sir, the screen is still visible.
Wait.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, the screen is visible.
Okay. So hi everyone. So let me tell you how the product works. So Televiz is basically a cloud-based software. So you can simply visit our website and you can simply sign in from your account. Okay, so you will get these kind of a dashboard, and we also have an offline application which we can simply download from here. Okay, so let me show you the process. So firstly, you will just have to open the company in which you want to work in your Tally. After opening the company, you will just have to open our open the Televiz application, and you will see that it automatically connects with Tally, and it will show you the company name over here like this. So once the companies are synced into Televiz, you will just have to go back to the cloud version and click on My Company. So you will see both of your companies here like this. So you can simply subscribe the company in which you want to work. Okay. After subscribing, you will get these options. So you can simply upload the file. You can simply upload the bank statement in any format. It can be in PDF, Excel, or if you have the hard copies of a statement, you can simply click pictures and convert it into PDF and upload it over here. So right now, let me upload a PDF. Okay, so once you will upload the PDF, it will directly go into the processing stage. So the algorithm which we have created will process the data and will provide you the whole data in a predefined format where your date, narration, receipt payment, and your amount will be pre-selected. Okay, so as you all can see, the document is now into the complete stage and we have got a transaction button. So we'll simply click on it. So as I told you that Televiz will provide you the whole data in a predefined format. So now what you will have to do, you will just have to select ledger. And for that also, we will just simply click on sync ledgers. Okay, so Televiz will sync all the ledgers that you have created in your Tally software. So you can select the exact ledgers here. Let me select Bank of Baroda in bank. And after selecting the bank, you will just have to select ledgers. So to select ledgers, we have two different methods. You can select it one by one, just like this. For example, the first one, I want to put it into tax ledger. The second one, I want to put it in Deepak's ledger. So you can just search and select. But to ease this process, we have provided you some filters. For example, the first filter is of description. So let me search for tax. Okay, so all the tax entries will get filtered. So instead of selecting the ledgers one by one, you can simply select all of them at once and you can put them into their respective ledger in just a single click. Okay, and as per your statements, you know which parties are having more transactions. So you can just simply search the party name, select them, and you can just directly put them into their particular ledger. Okay, so the second filter is of type. So if you only want to work on payment, you can just simply filter out payments and vice versa. And the third filter is of amount. So many times we have a particular EMI going or a particular amount of salary coming. So you can just filter out the transactions by amount also. Let me quickly put all of them into bank charges. And let me just remove the filter. Okay, so by using filter, we have selected ledgers in various transactions, but there are still some transactions in which the ledger selection is yet to be done. Okay, so this is a 52 entry statement, so we can scroll and check. But if you will upload a 500 or a 1000 entry statement, that is not possible. So for that also we have provided a solution. You will just have to click on ledger and you will have to click on select blank. Okay, so it will filter out all the transactions in which the ledgers are not yet selected. So we can simply select all of them and let me just put them into suspense for now. Okay, so in select blank, you can see it is showing no data found, which means we have selected the ledgers in all the transactions. So after selecting ledgers, we will just have to click on save. And to push all these transactions into Tally, we will have to click on push in Tally. But before pushing the data, let me just tell you some quick features which can be very useful. Like if you want to edit any narration of a transaction, you can do it over here. If you want to edit any date, that is also available. And if you want to split a transaction between two or more than two ledgers, so that is also available. For example, there is an transaction of 12,000 rupees and there is a plus symbol. So we will just click on the plus symbol and it will give you a pop-up like this. So for example, I want to put 6,000 rupees in Deepak's ledger and I want to put the rest 6,000 rupees in air conditioned ledger. Okay, so that is also available from here. We will click on OK. Now we will click on save. And now let me show you how easily we can do all these 52 transactions into Tally. So we will just click on push in Tally. Whenever you click on push in Tally, you just have to check three things: that your internet should be on, your televiz should be on, and your Tally should be on. Let me click on yes, I checked. So we got a notification saying operation is successfully executed. Okay, and if you will open the application, we got a notification saying your 52 entries has been pushed to Tally. So let me show you the whole data in Tally. So as you all can see, all the data has came into Tally, and if you will click on any transaction, you can see it comes with the whole narration that was available in the statement. So like this, we can do thousands of entries within hours. Any of you have any questions regarding the process? Hello.
So Deepak, there is one question whether scanned passbooks will, will this also pick up scanned passbooks?
No, it won't, because the passbooks are not printed correctly and they print with like a lesser ink, so it's not really visible to the algorithm. So that's why we are only supporting Excel, PDF, and scanned PDF. Like we are only supporting the statements right now.
Statements, okay, the
Yeah,
generated statements which are there from the bank, right?
yeah,
Okay, so handwritten or anything like that would not be there. There's one more question
yeah,
regarding handwritten sales purchase invoices.
yeah. For example, like on the main things, like on amount or on date, if it is like if something is written,
Mm-hmm.
so the algorithm won't be able to catch that. So it will reject the file in that case.
Right. Okay. Please show payment ledger. There's one question. Please show payment ledgers.
Okay, you want to see any payment entry? Okay, here it is. Right, so payment and receipt are automatically selected by our software as per your statement. You won't have to like manually select payment or receipt. It will on it will automatically get selected as per your statement. So any other questions regarding bank statement?
Yes. One more question is, what does it work for all the banks?
Yes, you can upload any bank's PDF or any bank's bank statement over here. All the banks are supported. All the Indian banks are supported. And let me clear that phrase.
Okay. Can we create new ledger and then push?
Yeah, you we have provided a add ledger feature over here. So you can just simply add any ledgers from Televis. You won't have to like go back into Tally, create a ledger and then sync it again. So you can create the ledgers from Televis itself.
Okay. How about detailed narration in voucher? Is it editable?
Yes, it is editable as I showed you. Like I've written hello in the second entry. So you can edit it. You can just
No.
simply
So do
double
you
click
can you
on.
go back in Tally and edit? That's what they're
Yeah,
asking.
yeah, yeah. You can
Okay.
go back in Tally and edit also. That's also available.
Okay. So somebody is asking
Yeah.
whether debtors and creditors how to record bill wise. Can you show something?
Okay. So it's our upcoming feature. That's a really nice question. So in next 10 to 15 days, we are launching a feature named Bill by Bill. So if you will select, like for example, there is a entry of 12,000 rupees. Okay. So if you will select any debtors or creditors ledger over here, so it will show you all the outstanding bills of that ledger. in Televis itself. So you can adjust the amount and you can like push it against reference from Televis also. So it's an upcoming feature. It will be live like in 10 to 15 days.
So if bill is scanned in less than A4 size or in electronic slip, is it possible to scan and still,
Yeah,
record?
no, no. There should be some proper formats. Like Ankit sir will be able to answer that question.
Yes, yes, it's supported.
It is supported. Okay.
Yes.
So I just want to add over here, the system is pretty adaptive. So if it is a legitimate bill that is not recognized by the system, okay, maybe once or twice, but then later on the system will adapt and then will
Okay.
start
So there is
recognizing
one.
the same bill. That is
Okay.
what machine learning does.
All right. So there are multiple questions about contra entries, almost five to
Yeah,
six questions. So
Sure,
contra
okay.
entry, if you
we'll
can show
demo that.
something.
Yeah, we'll demo
Okay.
that.
Let me show you the contra entries also. That is also available. Okay. So if there is like multiple cash entries in your statement, in mine there are none, but let me just show you all of them. Okay. So you can do the contra entries by one. Like there is an option. If you will click on receive, you will get the options of contra deposit and contra withdraw as well. So you can just change them. Okay, you can change them one by one also, or you can just simply, let me just go for SMS entry, and you can bulk select and bulk, you can just change their type like this. Okay, so you can perform contra entries as well. Let me put all of these entries into cash. Let me select the bank also. Save. Let me just push in tally. Okay, so you can see 4 entries has been pushed to tally. Let me show you the entries in tally.
Okay, now there are a lot of questions. I'll just select the relevant ones.
Okay.
How to pass entry where TDS is also there?
Yeah, you can just by using the split ledger filter, right? TDS get minus. Okay, so like this is a 84 rupees transaction. Okay, but the total transaction is of 100 rupees. But I want to add TDS. Like I don't have TDS ledger maybe, but if you have TDS, you can just go for minus 16 rupees, and you can add and you can submit that. Like this, you can also post your TDS entries as well.
Okay, great. Can you import credit card statements?
Not for now. Like we are working on it. Like it will be available in like a month or so, I can say.
All
So,
right.
Yeah.
so to clarify, all the subledgers, okay, be it credit card statement, be it your trading statement or wallet statement or Amazon e-commerce statement, all of these we classify them as subledgers. We are working on it. It is in a product roadmap, but it is none of those are live yet.
Okay. Now there's multiple questions about Tally Prime. Is it mandatory? I mean, does this only work with Tally Prime or
No.
other
You can
versions?
use it on Tally ERP. Like basically, we are integrated with Tally for now. Like you can't use any other accounting software. But in Tally, if you have other versions of Tally, it's supported. Every version of Tally is supported.
So even the lower versions it is supported.
Yeah. There won't be
Yeah,
any.
so sometimes some people may have experience, but if your version of Tally is not legal, like it's a cracked version of it, then this may not work. That's the only exception.
Okay, all right. So now, if in 1 month we have selected one ledger for a transaction and the same is repeated in the next month, will it take automatically or we will have to again select the ledger?
For now, you will have to enter, but we are working on it where this same ledger will be divided into two fields. One is
Okay, so I
called as
think
the
Tarun,
suggested ledger and one is the final ledger. So you can review all the suggested ledgers. One,
Okay, so Tarun, you were talking about this, that all the standard versions, I mean, credit card and everything. So will it also take, somebody asked whether, Amazon and Flipkart, this statement, so for the e-sellers,
we are working on.
we're
That's a
working
part
on
of
that
a.
as well.
That's a part of a product map, roadmap. Okay. Every time I see a entry of let's say some 1 lakh rupees,
So that
which
will
would
come soon.
actually include a lot of yes, a lot of stock trading or lot of buying and selling on Amazon or lot of transaction on Paytm or whatever it is, right? All of those things we are working on. They are part of the product roadmap.
Part of the product will come soon. Okay.
Yes.
Reconciliation of bank ledger in Tally, where for the entries already done in Tally.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Right now is that feature is not available. Maybe it's take 6 months for reconciliation because
For reconciliation.
currently we have a high priority tasks like e-commerce statement as well as a stock market statement as well as auto suggestion ledger. So it's take time.
Okay. How many transactions can be pushed at a moment? As in a
There
single
is no limit
this?
on it.
No limit.
Yeah.
So the maximum that we've done is in around June time frame. There was a person who had given his entire year's worth of transaction to his CA, and it came to around 6,000-7,000, and it just pushed it with no problem whatsoever.
Okay. Okay. So now again, one more standard. This is portfolio statements. Will that also be included when you're talking about shares and stocks?
Yeah, we are working on
Yes,
that. Actually, that is
yes,
a part
yes.
of the standard question. The sub ledgers that I said. So portfolio statement are a part of that product roadmap, and it's a much higher priority than the other features you mentioned. So we'll come. The first one that we are going to take up is the e-commerce sites. But
E-commerce sites first. Okay. And then shares and stocks.
Yes.
then there is credit card, then there is wallets. So all of those are part of the development. That-
Okay. TDS statement 26 AS is already included.
No, no. Only
no state ledger you can add TDS.
No, so
Yes,
somebody's asked, can TDS receivable entry be directly passed through uploading Form 26 AS?
no, no. It's not possible.
Not possible.
It, our product.
Okay. Again, there's one question. Please show different types of scanned bills and entries thereon. So that is right now not possible, right?
Which? What?
Scanned bills and entries. No, I mean, if there's an
Yes, yes.
entry,
It's possible.
it's possible. Can you show? They're asking for, if you can show.
and yes, you can.
Hello.
Deepak, can we go to channel?
So I don't have that data in my laptop right now. So let me just stop sharing my screen if Ankit sir have it.
Okay.
Deepak, screen is visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. सो यहाँ पे अपने पहले अमेजोन का इनवॉइस है जहां से मुझे जितनी भी काम की चीजें जितनी मेरे मास्टर में ऑटोमेटिकली डिटेक्ट हो गई, लाइक अंकित, इनवॉइस नंबर, डेट और जीएसटी नंबर। सो आइटम है जो मेरे मास्टर में नहीं, इसलिए वहां पे डिटेक्ट नहीं हुई। यहाँ पे मुझे मैन्युअली आइटम सिलेक्ट करनी पड़ेगी। जो मास्टर में डेटा नहीं होगा वो ऑटोमेटिकली सिलेक्ट नहीं हो सकता।
So then, Ankit, if it is selected once, right now you've selected. So next time when you scan the same invoice, would it be selected automatically?
यस, मे बी पॉसिबल बिकॉज वी हैव फीडबैक एपीआई। सो आपने जो सिलेक्ट किया होगा ना वो हमारे सर्वर पे ऑटोमेटिकली ट्रिगर करेगा, तो ऑटोमेटिकली एल्गोरिदम उसको लर्न करता जाएगा। तो मे बी
हाँ.
2 या 3 टाइम नहीं होगा, बट 4th टाइम तो ऑटोमेटिकली सिलेक्ट कर ही लेगा।
Okay, so that is what somebody is asking, that अगर different type of invoice है, you know, if there is an invoice which is of a different type, not like Amazon,
राइट,
but a
राइट।
differently placed invoice. So if you do it 2 to 3 times, it will automatically pick up from the
हाँ,
fourth or fifth invoice, right?
यस, यस, यस। मे बी सेकेंड टाइम भी हो सकता है क्योंकि वो पूरा ऑटोमेटिकली मशीन लर्निंग है, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम भी
It could take
सिलेक्ट
up from
होके
the
आ
next
सकता है।
time itself.
या
Okay. All right. Now, invoice related, these are the questions. Now they are asking about purchase entry with different locations in one single invoice. Is that possible?
सॉरी, कैन यू रिपीट?
Purchase entry with different location in one single invoice.
No, currently it's not available, but I think it's take 3 to 4 months. After 4 months,
4 months. So it is coming up soon. In 4 months, probably you will be up with that.
yes.
Okay. All right. Now, what if some entries are already done in the bank, you know, from the statement, and then some you have to automate and do it? How will that work?
Uh, so for that, you can select a subset of the transactions. For example, if you upload from 1st of January to 31st of March, the bank statement, but you want to do it only from the 1st of March to 31st of March, you can do that. Select the subset and only push those in Tally.
Okay, great. That answers
Because
my
you've done first, yeah, because you've done first 2 months of the quarter, but the person gave you quarterly statements.
how about a ledger? You know, if a particular ledger is not created in Tally before, can the same be done via Tallyviz?
Yes, it can be done. And then when you push to Tally, the ledger will also be created there as is. So in both sale purchase as well as bank statement, you are able to create new ledgers as well.
Okay. The data saved on Tallyviz, would it be saved on your server?
So on my server, all the files that you upload will not be saved for more than 7 days. So you have to process the transaction within 7 days and then push to Tally.
So after 7 days, it will be removed from your server. Then you will not find it there.
Yes, yes. Although
Tarun, your voice
the
is
past
breaking.
data which is there, okay, okay.
If you can repeat, because your voice was breaking. Yes.
All the data that I've extracted.
Wait, Tarun, wait. Deepak, can you complete this answer?
Yes. So all the data, like the thing that he's saying that it will get deleted in 7 days. So if you upload a document on Tallyviz and you process the whole document and you push the data into your Tally, okay. So after this process, the data that the document which you have uploaded, it will get deleted from our server within 7 days. And we have taken like AWS, if you have heard of it. So it is one of the best cloud-based services in the world. Okay, so the data which you upload, it is end-to-end encrypted, first place, and only you can access your data from your account. So like the question which I guess the people were asking that if we are able to access your data, so we are not. That's what Tarun sir was trying to say.
Great. Yes.
Yeah.
So now there's one more question that you don't have invoices on hand, but they're uploaded on GSTR 2A. So from GSTR 2A, can you pass entries directly
Yeah,
from Televis?
yeah. If you have data of sales purchase in any Excel sheet, okay, the Excel sheet can be in any format. You can simply upload any data from Excel sheet to your Tally. It can be 2000 entries, 3000 entries, more than that. So it's easily available.
Okay. HSN details, are you capturing?
Yeah, yeah, we can do it with inventory, without inventory, multiple items in a single bill. Everything is available.
Okay, so now we will have to wrap up. So if you have any, presentation, we just have 5 more minutes. So if you have anything more to present, we can do that. If not, we will take few more questions and then wrap up.
I can
You,
show you the sales purchase thing. Just let me share my screen.
okay.
So it can be easily available to all the people. So just give me a second. Okay. So in bulk transaction, we have options of sales as well as purchase. So in sales purchase, you can upload any Excel sheet of any format. Like, let me just select the company, and from here you can select if you want to upload with item invoices or without item invoices. Let me select with item for now, and let me select an Excel sheet which we want to upload. Okay, so once you will upload the Excel sheet, you will get this button of mapping. So we have provided a dynamic mapping from, like, if you have 20 columns in your Excel sheet, but to create an invoice, you only need 7 or 8. So you can just simply map the columns over here as per your needs. And that mapping process is also one-time process. So as you can see, I have uploaded the document and everything is pre-mapped. So it will also be pre-mapped for you. You will just have to click on save and proceed. Okay, so you will get your data in this format. So to create an sales bill or a purchase bill, there are three ledgers which are mainly important. First one is party ledger, second one is sales ledger, and third one is your GST ledger. So sales and GST ledgers are common, and for that also, if you have written your sales ledger's name in your sheet, so Televis will automatically pick it because it has all your master data's information, right? And if you like don't want to do it that way, you can just simply select all of the transactions, select sales ledger from here, and you can write the ledger name over here and select it. Okay, so both options are available. And in party name, we have done one thing which can be really helpful for you, because every invoice is of different party, right? So selecting party names over here manually would be a tedious task. So in that case, we have provided a GST number feature. So as you will map your GST number column over here, okay, so Televis will search that GST number in your Tally's master data, and it will select the exact ledger over here. So you won't have to worry about like if the party's name is written is wrongly spelled in your Excel sheet. So Televis will always select the right ledger, so you won't have to worry about it. So after selecting everything, we will just let me just select the sales ledger also, SGST, CGST, and IGST. So after selecting everything, we will just click on save, and we will just click on push in Tally. Same three parameters are here also. We will check them. Okay, and we got a notification saying your sales entry pushed into Tally. Let me show you the invoices in Tally. As you all can see, all the invoices are created into Tally, and if we will enter on any transaction, like any invoice, you can see it comes with every detail. And if you want to add narration also, you will just have to add a column of narration in your Excel. So it will also pick up the narrations also. Right, so in this way, we can simply do the entry of sales and purchase. Both are similar. Anyone have any question in sales purchase, you can ask.
Okay, so I guess that covered, overall, there were a lot of questions regarding this. Since you've showed it, it has covered.
Yeah.
Uh, we will have to wrap this up and hand it over to Bhavin. Uh, Thank you both of you from Televiz, three of you all rather. Please do wait. We will have a formal vote of thanks at the end of the session.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. I've tried to answer a lot of questions by typing the answers over there. So just please check the answered sections and let me know if there are any other questions which are unanswered. Thanks a lot, everyone, for your time.
Thanks. Over to you, Bhavin. Bhavin, you are speaking on mute.
Yeah, hi Alok, thank you so much. So firstly, thanks to Anand Purana to invite me for this session, and thanks to the jury. Alok, special thanks to you. So guys, just to start with that, I'm just sharing my screen. So today, we're going to talk about what is MIS and why automation of MIS is important. Okay. Alok, if you can just help me, the screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So MIS is like management information system that takes your business to the next level. A system that provides comprehensive business information to the management on real-time basis, and it is accurate. Normal myth is that reports available from your ERP or any other software is what is the set of MIS that people feel like. But actually, MIS itself is in a system which should be organized and be used by the organization or the business owner. The normal reports that come out of your ERP system, they do not serve actual purpose of management's dynamic requirement of information. So MIS is a system where helps you to access your business information with all this dynamics of your thoughts, not the something which is available out of the box within a software or a ERP product. So you may have various questions on your information, and the software will answer your questions. So that is all what is about MIS. So MIS basically says it's a system. So it should be a management information system. So importance of proper MIS systems. So that is basically why a proper MIS system is required in place. Any organization that you will have seen right now who's grown significant or substantial profits have been made is primarily because they have a proper MIS, a business intelligence rather in place, which helps them to take decisions based on data rather than decisions taken on thumb rule. So a lot of people, do ask me that, why we need a proper MIS or something like that. My software gives me lots of hundreds of reports out of that. So hundreds of pages of reports really doesn't help you to take decision. Quick reports at your tip and at a click of a button allows you to take decision based on the data rather than taking it on the thumb rule basis of your business. So proper system of organizing volumes of data in coherent reports will help managers understand the data easily and make it strategically available to plan with more efficiency. Okay, that is what an MIS stands for. So what are the types of MIS that we should look out for? So certainly, if you have maybe one vertical or you have multiple verticals, you should look out for business vertical wise profit and loss periodically. P&L for compliance purpose or for audit purposes only just once in a year. But when you are in the driving chair of your business, you would need to look at periodical P&L of your business, and if it is multiple verticals, be it segment of products, be it segments of various business, you should look at periodical P&L across your data, which gives you a bird eye view of all the parameters of your business and verticals. Structured cash flow and efficient cash flow. Cash flow is the most important aspect of any business, which will help you to really plan your funds and then execute those funds to help your business grow. Many businesses have good product, good sales, everything is very good, but they collapse or they struggle because there is a bad cash flow management. So a structured and efficient cash flow output coming in out of from your MIS systems will really help you to plan your funds. Now, the last on the list, you need to analyze your sales with profitability analysis, which should be dynamic. I mean, when I say dynamic, it can be any parameters, be it state, region, city, country, product, group, customers, anything you talk about sales, there are hundred of fields connected to sales on basis of which you should be able to analyze your data. And once you're able to analyze that sales data, you are really taking control of your sales. So that is why the MIS system helps users or a business owner to drive his sales. This is something which is very important in terms of analysis. Now, when we talk about what is MIS, you should remember one word, that is SWOT. SWOT analysis. Now, SWOT analysis stands for analyze your strengths, analyze your weaknesses, check your opportunities, and also fight with your threats. That's why it says SWOT analysis. So an efficient MIS should be able to display the strength of your organization, and thus you should be able to strategize to improve your strengths, make it more strengthened. You should also not overlook your weaknesses. Your weaknesses are something which normally we are not used to look at our weaknesses. You should not overlook your weaknesses. If there is any weak aspect in your business, your MI should also bring in front of you, and you should be able to overcome those weaknesses. A clear visibility of opportunities. When we say this, it is very important that you should be able to understand that which customer or which product, where I am getting good opportunity, so that you can design a strategy toward a long-term growth. So a clear visibility of your opportunities also has to be there. Common threats. A business has a lot of threats. Now, out of this, the common threats are rising cost, cost of materials, cost of labor, your overheads. So you need to keep a bird eye view on your threats. Even tight labor supply, increasing competition, supply chain issues. So these are all certain things which a business owner needs to have a look at, and that's why an MIS system will help him to check those threats. So SWOT analysis is a technique for assessing the performance, competition risk, and potential of a business. If this SWOT report is in your control, you can drive your business to a great level and a next level. Market share. Now, this is something very interesting when you talk about entrepreneurs. They know that they're doing good, but they are not aware of the market share that they are having. The market is consistently growing. Even after pandemic, India is doing a good number of business compared to the rest of the world. Now, we don't know where we stand. So the SWOT analysis, which I talked about earlier, will help you to really analyze and share and find out what amount of market do you share, and is there a scope of exponential growth in your business. So MIS should be able to allow you drag and drop, drill down to the last level, and also give you a graphical representation of the analysis of the reports and data, so that you can really visualize your data. When we say that visualize complicated and dense information with charts and graphs, will help you people to process and remember data very quickly. Numbers you may not remember, but the graphical presentations will help to remember data very quickly. Now, if you see, this is a small example of a report which we are looking at. So revenue versus growth. So item 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are comparing with various parameters. It can be year on year, month on month, quarter on quarter. It can be region wise. It can be salesperson wise. Various things we can analyze in different ways of charts. You will see in next 5 minutes how you can really pull out or do the data mining out of your data available within any ERP for that matter. Currently, today we are looking at Tally, but you can connect to any data and do this data mining and analysis from your data. Predicted business growth. Now, if you have a strong MIS in place and you really have control of your numbers, then you can do a fearless forecast for your business growth. Doing a forecast is easy, but doing fearless forecast is really tough. And for that, you need to analyze your data very well. So technologies to use. Certain recommendations from our side that which technologies you should use so that your MIS can be in place. So firstly, let us look at the type of technologies that we should use. Firstly, the technology should be user-friendly. That means the adoption of technology that is giving you an easiest to deploy for every user of your organization. The smallest user till the management should be able to adopt that technology very easily. So you need to select a technology that is user-friendly. The technology should be scalable. It should be able to meet the ever-growing needs of an organization, where You cannot say that today I bought a technology, tomorrow again I need to relook at and change it again and again. So you need not change again and again. Select the right technology in first place, which is scalable enough for you. It should be reliable. The technology vendor, the technology itself, the platform itself, everything should be reliable for you, which can help your organization use the technology and adopt it to the maximum level. In the starting of this session today, the president said that Tally is being used widely by the entire nation. Rather, many parts of the world, Tally is being used by businesses, but we are not able to use, or we are rather not using it to the maximum utilization, or maybe 5%, 10% you are using. Now, this percentage very largely depends on the vendor you are connected with. The partner, the technology partner should be appropriate for you, who can help you use the maximum features of your product. So today we are going to talk about two technologies. So TallyPrime, as you're aware of, it's a #1 application most widely used by every business. For MIS, today that we are looking at the subject, automation of MIS, we are going to look at F1 MIS. Since 2010, this product, we are serving over 100 plus businesses with 400 users having the ROI from the first month itself. So any organization, be it SME of 5 crore, 10 crore to corporate or business having 500,000 crore rupees, needs analysis, and the requirements are very different. So F1 MIS is basically a dynamic reporting tool which gives you that edge to basically it matches the size of the business and needs of the business owner rather than the data that is available. So F1 MIS is the ultimate answer to problem and the right solution which helps business generate dynamic, accurate yet flexible MIS. So we provide reports in 3 dimensions. It allows you to analyze data on group company basis. You can set logos and watermarks on your printouts of your reports. You can schedule reports for auto emailing, export reports to various formats like Excel, PDF, HTML, whatever it is. And it real-time data from Tally ERP9, obviously now TallyPrime also. And you can save layouts as per your requirements and you can use it in future. These are some of the reports that we are providing as a standard reports, which you can see. So sales analysis, many parameters to look at sales analysis, outstanding analysis, many parameters to look at outstanding analysis, income expenses, inventory movement, many such reports coming out of the system using Tally data. So this is one of the sneak peek preview of our F1 MIS, where you're seeing that a lot of fields are available here. So I'll quickly walk you through the product, and we'll see how analysis can be done faster. So I'll just stop this screen and share another screen. So for any questions, if you have, you can let me know so that I can take it up, and meanwhile I'll share my screen again. Alok, is the screen visible?
Yes.
Great. So friends, now today I just open up a blank report, which is a sales analysis report, where you can see all the fields here are coming out from a Tally transaction field. A business owner can simply look at designing a report. So anybody who can volunteer and help me to create a report, I'll just create a report out of this here. Anybody can volunteer and tell me that what kind of sales report you would like to look at.
Maybe location wise and party wise.
Okay, great. So
Right.
let's see, we'll pull out party here. We just click and drag the party here. You get list of parties here. Okay. And then you put sales value in the data area and you get party wise sales here. Not just simple drag and drop. And then you are talking about location. Let's take state. So there are fields here available. I just click, we add these fields and I put the state in the column here. So I get my party wise, state wise sales. Okay. Now this is the data from April 2018 till date. So it may be having a couple of years data in that. A transaction volume of close to 1.5 lakh transactions in this data. And you see fraction of seconds, it is just moving around the data. Now if I put month here, I get party wise, month wise, state wise sales. Okay. Say for example, if I just want to add financial year, I can add a year over here. So I can come to know that which party, which month, what year, and state wise, what is my performance. Now this is just a small glimpse of what you're getting out of the reports over here. Or you can simply select any field out of the top panel, put it down. You don't need a state, you remove it. You want to put year alongside here and put month here. You get party-wise, year-wise, month-wise analysis. Now, small change, you put a year after month and you're getting month on month, year on year comparative. So party-wise, 18-19, what was my sales? 19-20, what is my sales? I can simply get, and this I'm getting across all the months. And it is throughout all the columns. Now you see the movement of this data is so quick that it really saves a lot of time for an entrepreneur or for a business owner to do the MIS. Now, along with party, if I put item here, I get party wise, item wise, year on year, month on month, what is my growth? Correct? Any questions so far? Okay. So I'll just change the dimension here, item wise, party wise, and year on year. I'm just removing month from this. I just get year wise, and then I can prepare my chart. If I just select this area and I see my chart is being prepared at the bottom, where I can change the chart type and I can analyze my data very well. So let me put more data here and we can analyze that. My chart is ready. You can export this chart to Excel, PDF, JPG, wherever you want to export. You can export this report to Excel. I just click on this report, I export it to Excel. And my report will be available in Excel file. I'll just share the Excel file also. So the data is available in Excel file as you had exported from the software. Directly coming out in Excel file. There are many reports available here. You can select the report to run. So one report is already running here. You want to run another report, you click on optioning report as on date. Select the format you want to load and then just load the report. So now you are having cascading reports. You can swap between the reports, sales report, optioning report, both you can see simultaneously. Ideally, any software you will have to quit out of that report, go into another report. Here you are able to just simply switch between the reports that you want to see. So currently you are seeing that this party-wise, company-wise outstanding report is available, and now I want to put across some information additional to that. That this was a balance outstanding, but I want to see what was it opening balance, what was the sales I had done, and what is the receipt payment I have received, and then what is the balance. So this is a detailed report of an outstanding analysis, which I can get here. Now, how do we do that? How does this data come from Tally to this product, this FNMIS? So ideally, this is having a backend bridge between Tally and FNMIS. We keep on synchronizing incremental data from Tally to FNMIS. And then there are algorithms built behind this data where it can give you populate this data in the way you want to see. So here, if you see on the top, there is here you have data management where you can go to Tally Sync. Your data is mapped here, and then you can just sync it once, or it can also be scheduled for every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, or based on data entry volumes that you have. You can select to define the schedule, and on schedule it will keep on synchronizing your incremental data.
So Bhavin, we have one question.
Yes, sir.
Can we select parties over and above a certain amount or a volume?
Yes, we do. We can do that. Just a moment. I'll show it to you. So the question was that can you select parties over? Okay, let me read.
Over a certain amount or a volume.
So that we can do definitely. You just run the sales. I'm running a sales report again here. So you give a parameter over for the period from date. You give your to date. So for the select the period that you want to analyze, select your layout and then say okay. Now layouts is something which you can create for yourself. There can be n number of layouts you can create in this product. So now suppose as to answer this question, let's say we select party here. So this is the party here, and then you were saying that any party is having a certain amount of value which is more than that parties, right? That values.
Yeah. Say more than
So you can
5
just
lakhs.
you can right click on this, go to pre-filter, and say let's say sales value. You simply here you can just say values from 5 lakhs or 50,000, whatever you want to mention, up to 10 lakhs, and say okay. Only that much figures will come up. Does that answer the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is one more question from Mr. Atul. Does this MIS report help auditor? If yes, how? Maybe you share one example. Yes, Atul sir, this does help auditors to do. For example, let's say you need an MSME report where MSME is outstanding more than 180 days or that kind of data you want to pull out. Then from Tally or from any data where you have huge volumes, it will take a lot of time to pull out. Here you just simply click and filter and you can get that report out for from that perspective. So an auditor may need a lot of things which are available, and secondly this data an auditor can give it to the interns to analyze and find out information, because this is a read-only data. No right click works here, no delete works here, no addition details, nothing works here. It is simply read-only. So you may like pull out any audit reports for that matter. Just that it is not falling into the compliance format, but information can be pulled out and then you can put it into a compliant format. Okay. Okay. So Mr. Venkat is saying, can we generate inventory year-wise? Yes, we can generate inventory year-wise. Stock report year on year, or you want to see sales report, both you can do. So we run a stock report here. Now, ideally, stock report in any system is available as on date. We have the option, we can do it from date to date also, and we can do it as on date also. Just run the stock report, it will show you stock report, and then put it financial year as a column. You get year-wise stock. For auditors perspective, we also have cash flow management and cash flow reports designed as per the requirement of the organization. So here, if you see, this is the stock report, and you can just say, oh, opening, out of closing stock, all of this is being visible here, and you can put a financial year and just see year on year. Like say, for example, I put a date here, I get date-wise stock, and now I can convert this date to year. So it is just converted to year, date to year. Okay, so likewise you can see year-wise stock also. Miss Neela Prashant is saying, please share this tool where you are showing all reports. How can we get this tool? Ma'am, we can connect offline after this webinar, and we can show a demo to you on your data, and then you can decide to have this implemented for your organization. And you can also check our website, metavisiontechnology.com, from where you will get the detail of this product. So quickly, I'll show a dashboard that is available from this product. Now, this is something which is important for a management or a CEO perspective, where you can just run a dashboard and you can have multiple reports on single screen, split across in various cubes. It's just taking some time to display the dashboard. It will come up in a while. So this is a dashboard which can be predefined based of need of any user. Currently, it has been defined as quarterly sales year by year, top 10 customers, my salespeople's gross sales achievement for 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20. What is my sales? Again, of top 10 customers outstanding here. So all this can be like 3 reports, 4 reports, or 6 reports, and dynamically you can just enlarge or short this report, make it minimum. You can use it. So this dashboard can be available for various people in different ways. Next version of this product will have an inbuilt designer where user will be able to design his own dashboard. Currently, it will be predefined. Later on, it will be for the users to design the dashboard by themselves. So moreover, we believe people should do it yourself in this technology. So they'll be able to do it for themselves. So any queries further, sir?
No questions as of now, Bhavin, but can you show some other reports as well that you have?
Yeah, so we have expense income analysis, which you may look at. So this expense income reports basically is, can become a trial balance also for any auditor's perspective where you can look at. So it can be multi-company expense income analysis. These are the expenses this side and your companies over here on the columns, and you can have multi-company. So all your companies that are there in Tally, all expense income can be analyzed in one single screen. Now, if you can just put primary group ahead of this, you get expenses and incomes listed over here like this. And then you can prepare a comparative chart of percentage basis or anything else like year, month on month or year on year, any percentage growth in the expenses. So you can do that. So let's say if I put a month over here, this is month on month expenses and income available here, and then I can apply my comparison over here as saying that I want to see absolute variation or percentage variation, add and apply. So you can see percentage variation month on month for every expenses. So here you can just filter. If you want to analyze only direct expenses, select direct expense, have direct expense, and then put ledger names beneath that. You can analyze now percentage increase or decrease in the expenses month on month. Okay, so these are some features which I was able to show. I think Alok, I am done with that. The reports and the features are common across all the reports. Can we import SAP data or data in Excel from any software? This question, yes, we can connect to any database, any software for that matter. There is no issue. Any RDBMS database existing on this earth can be connected to FNMS.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll wait for a few minutes for some more questions, maybe about a couple of minutes, and then we can hand it over to
Yes.
Murtuza for the common vocal thanks.
Yeah, I think because I've shown all the features remain common across all the reports.